Hulk Hogan devastated by boos. So Jimmy Hart discussed how well Hulk Hogan was doing right before he died, saying that he was doing, his health seemed to be better. He seemed to be improving greatly after, some complications with neck surgery, we believe. And then he just had a heart attack and couldn't be resuscitated. Jimmy Hart went on our friends, JBL and Jerry Briscoe's podcast, to discuss Hulk Hogan, and more specifically, in this case, the reaction Hulk Hogan got when in Los Angeles for the debut episode of WWE Raw on Netflix. The Los Angeles crowd booed him mercilessly on that show. And here's the quote from Jimmy. We were going to Los Angeles, and I kind of told Hulk, I said, wow, blue state, red state. Hulk Hogan had a Trump Vance t-shirt on, which he did some pre-publicity for, right? I'm going, oh my gosh, this isn't going to be good. So we come flying into LA, baby. He's got that Trump Vance t-shirt on. We get out.
Baby?
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 He didn't say poo-poo in this.
No, he didn't say that. He only said that with me.
So he's got the t-shirt on. We go out, man, and we go. All of a sudden, I hear a few of the people like boo, and I'm going, you know what? This doesn't feel right. Hulk Hogan said, Jimmy, don't worry about it. My job, this is Jimmy Hart speaking, my job is to wave the flag, brother. Don't let it hit the ground. But the reaction from the crowd was impossible to ignore. We go out and we kind of get a mixed reaction, which is a lie because you got booed 100%. Not a lie, but you know what I mean. And you know this, you can have 500 people cheering you and one person booing you, but I'll be damned if that one person booing doesn't end up outshining 500 cheering. I don't know why he's saying 1 to 500 boos. No, it was 100% boos. It was a little more boos than anything, but that devastated him, Jimmy Hart revealed. And we got in the back, and he said, what do you think happened? And I said, Hulk, it's simple, blue state, red state, boom. I said, I mean, really, I'm okay with it. Hulk Hogan goes, but what do you think? And I said, I'm okay. I felt like I was managing the Hart Foundation against the British Bulldogs or the Killer Bees or somebody. But that bothered him because of that. Hart continued, I said, well, surely people are going to realise what that was for. Then the next week we're in Texas and it's all cheers. They weren't in Texas the next week unless we were doing some other engagement. But that always bothered him. It sure did. So Hulk Hogan was really, really bothered by the reaction on that first Raw on Netflix. Why do you think it happened?
Well, I think Jimmy's got the right idea. I think they just didn't want Hulk out there at that particular time. That's the only thing I think they were just booing just because they wanted to. I don't know if they even had a reason. A lot of those fans don't even, everybody's booing, so they're going to boo too, I guess. I don't know. I can't read into the fans' mind why they would boo him. But unless, they've been following him on social media, and we've even made a joke at all the exaggerations that Hulk would make about this and this and this and 400 days a year and all this kind of stuff. And I think, instead of cheering him, they would boo him because they knew what kind of reaction the WWE wanted when Hulk showed up. And they said, well, we'll just go against that. They're bad little boys is what they are. They're not going to do what the teacher wants, and they'll do what they want to do. Therefore, that's not the reaction that they're going to give.
CM Punk mentioned Hulk Hogan the week after in a promo, and he said, I'm going to throw Hulk Hogan's dusty old ass out the Royal Rumble if he dares get into it. And that was in Texas. And that also got a huge cheer, which I just think, over the years, Hulk Hogan, with the racism thing and, nailing his political colours, so publicly to the mast. And then once again, just being so uncredible for years up to it. I think at some point there's just something's got to give, and fans just get sick of it. It's like, one, they don't like politics being brought into wrestling for the most part, anyway. But then, Hulk Hogan did trample all over his own credibility time and time again when he didn't need to. And at some point, people don't find it charming anymore. People just get tired of it. And one more thing I'll tell you. The crowd at that in LA and yeah, it was a blue state as well, so that definitely, I think, played a part in it. But the crowd had already had enough of pandering to the Netflix overlords. Triple H had done a promo pandering. The Rock had done a pandering promo. John Cena had done a pandering promo. Then Hulk Hogan comes out in a "Please buy my beer" t-shirt, talking about how great Netflix is and how great his beer is, and like the fans don't want to hear it. If you know, if you're going to be out there, you just need to have some reason other than that you were paid to be there to promote a product.
Well, I think you hit it, and we don't know why they did.
I do. I was like, oh God, this is terrible. And it's like, yeah, I just thought he was in full corporate chill mode then.
I would kind of expect Hogan to get booed in some of these places. Because remember, the last time they saw him, he was on WCW and he was a big heel with Nash.
Yeah, according to him. And that's such a lie as well. Because I was like, oh, yeah, the last time, that's what he said. He claimed. He said, the last time I was in LA was with the NWO, brother. And it's like, no, you weren't. You've been in LA tons of times since on WWE shows and you were cheered before the 2014, leaks or whatever it was, the audio leaks.
So, but anyway, I don't know. He's passed on into the great ring in the sky now. So I'll withhold some of my comments.
Fair enough.